Tallying up the winners and losers of 2011, it seems fair to say that the past year was positive for drug, club, and dollar stores, and a negative for supermarkets and Walmart, both of which lost dollar share. The year was also a plus for store brands as an alternative to help shoppers save. Symphony IRI Group projects they'll continue to account for between 22 and 23% of unit sales and 18 to 20% of dollar sales in this year as retailers widen assortments and keep effective tiered strategies in place. Where does this leave the CPG suppliers to all these end users through all these channels? Well, dependent on the economy as the single largest influencer this year and wrestling with rising commodity prices, says CPG 2011 Year in Review, The Search for Footing in an Evolving Marketplace, a report from Symphony IRI Group. The study goes on to say that consumers are moving in two directions in this unsettled economy. The pessimistic struggle and sustain their money-saving strategies, switching channels, stores, and brands, and pre-planning trips. However, hope resides among the optimistic, who see signs of economic relief and are trying new products and spending on gourmet or premium items. They stand in stark contrast to each other. A closer look at the pessimists, who comprise the majority, shows 52% shop at the stores with the lowest prices on necessities, and 40% shop in multiple stores to secure the lowest prices for all items on their list. 1/4 of shoppers have difficulty affording their weekly groceries, according to the report. The optimists, on the other hand, are comprised mainly of the 27% of consumers who expect their personal financial position to improve this year. They remain frugal as they look for ways to live better on less. This is where the opportunities lie for CPG and retailers, as long as they bring out innovative products that are relevant and reassuring of solid value, suggested by the report, urging trading partners to understand what is in the basket that shoppers can or cannot live without. Use that knowledge to develop messaging, cross-promotion, and cross-merchandising programs. Reversing childhood obesity when the Lempert report continues.
Monsanto, producing more, conserving more, improving farmers' lives. That's sustainable agriculture. More at producemoreconservemore.com.
Earlier this month, I attended an eye-opening overview of a scientific statement published by the American Heart Association. The lead author, Miles Faith, Ph.D., Associate Professor of the Gilling School of Global Public Health at the University of North Carolina, discussed how parents' behaviors impact or not the actions of obese children. The study, titled Evaluating Parents and Adult Caregivers as Agents of Change for Treating Obese Children, Evidence for Parent Behavior Change Strategies and Research Gaps, begins by surveying a total of 939 pediatricians, 22% of the total, pediatric nurse practitioners, which were 31%, and registered dietitians, the balance. The study found that 39% of pediatricians perceived themselves as having low proficiency in behavioral management strategies. Their top line was that many health professionals lack the knowledge of core behavior change strategies to manage childhood obesity. The statement also reported on another survey of 87 primary care pediatricians and nurse practitioners and found that just over 1/4 of them knew the definition of childhood obesity and only 9% knew how prevalent it is. While one could argue that it's not the role of a physician or nurse to teach parents about childhood obesity, who will take the lead discussion with parents? I was surprised to learn that in the first year of a baby's life, more than 1/3 of this group surveyed never discussed fast food, television, or candy with the parents. So what can we do? This review does offer concrete solutions. First step is to identify specific behaviors to be changed, both by the child and the parents. The more specific the report notes, the more effective. Dr. Faith underscored the importance of self-monitoring, writing down or keeping track of behaviors, including what and how much is eaten and physical activities as they occur. The result is that this activity raises the awareness before the activity begins, which can stimulate change. In fact, they state that the more someone self-monitors, the more weight loss and the longer term the weight loss is. Parents must also offer positive reinforcement and praise. The statement actually recommends that this is one of the strongest strategies, in addition to spending time together, non-monetary prizes, and non-food rewards. It is time to stop pointing fingers and start all working together, at home, in schools, and in our doctors' offices. The Lempert Report uploads right here 3 times a week with the information you need to stay ahead of the trends. For more, just visit thelempertreport.com.